phenomenal capability. First, before I go any deeper, let me say some thank yous for this award. I'm very, very appreciative, as I said this morning, to be recognized by the school for the work that I'm doing. Bill Matthews, who I don't think I ever had you for a teacher, but certainly knew you around school. It's just an amazing experience to come back and to be given this award. Tina Abramson really has been incredibly flexible in helping me make this trip and in accommodating my family. Thanks to my wonderful wife, where she went now. There she is, behind my mother. My amazing parents who are really going to the extent of their stamina today to be here, and I really appreciate that. My brother and sister-in-law, my friends, all of the floor mates who are here, thank you so much for coming to hear me. It's hard in a place like this not to be affected by the resources that are around us and to wonder how those resources have shaped us. And I've been thinking about that a lot, especially today. The grounds, the buildings, the labs, the art spaces, the faculty, don't these things compel us to achieve simply by their existence? I mean, look at the history of this place, the achievements of the students, the faculty, the parents, the alumni. How could we not value all this achievement? Being here, would I not feel like an underachiever if I didn't do something really special with my life? And I must tell you, to this day, I think of myself as an underachiever in every part of my life. To be fair, in high school and college, I really was an underachiever. But now I have an achievement award. As I read through the latest alumni award, I was struck, as I always am, by the sheer quantity of achievement by the people at St. Paul's. Not only that, a lot of it is just pretty cool stuff. Athletics, academics, business, entertainment, science, books being written, cures being found, criminals being caught, movies being made, races being run and won. And in my case, starting and running a school for a set of individuals that's often misunderstood and sometimes mistreated. And it does seem right and pleasing to honor the people that achieve these achievements. But for me, at least, there's also something a little uncomfortable about honoring achievement like this. Maybe this is because I've spent the last 18 years working with individuals who rarely have these kind of recognizable achievements. Maybe it's because Jojo and I have raised a son, now 21 years old, who has autism, and for whom the word achievement means something very different. For these individuals, and for my son Graham, many of those accomplishments I just mentioned are far more glorious, to use my son's word, than anything they will reach. I was looking for a document on my hard drive last week, and the search function on my Mac came across something unexpected. That's one of my other recent achievements, is that I recently became a Mac person. What popped up was a reflection written by Graham, my son, when he was 12 years old. We'd been homeschooling him because it was so hard to find a place for him to be where he would get the right kind of support in these three ways: having a good day, getting interested in something, and relating to others. Our emphasis in early education is all wrong, by the way, and I won't get on the soapbox for too long here, but as a culture, we need to understand that higher level complex learning is built on solid emotional development. If a child can't be engaged and reciprocal with others, if he can't manage the little emotional ups and downs of every day, why can't I have a purple folder? Why can't I be first in line? If he can't socially problem solve on the playground or in the classroom, then his learning is going to be constricted, more rote, more black and white, more reactionary, and less connected to his moral center. No Child Left Behind does not mean teaching the 3 R's at a younger age. It means helping young children have a full range of emotionally warm and rich interactive experiences that give them plenty of chances to play, to explore, to make mistakes, to negotiate and compromise, and to find out what they think is fun. But back to Graham's reflections that I found on the hard drive. The document was entitled Things I Struggle With, and it was an end-of-year homeschool assignment. And I'm going to read just a couple of the entries to you. I struggled with ordering meals at restaurants. Keep in mind, I live in the South. It didn't seem that hard, but there was a lot involved. When the cashiers at Wendy's talked in a funny voice, I had a hard time hearing them. It took me a while to learn how to do it well. My dad taught me how to figure out what they're saying by taking a piece of what I heard them say and assuming what it must be. I struggled with reading. It isn't hard to read the words, but it is hard to read and at the same time understand the story. When I look at my parents' reading books with tiny letters and 600 pages, I think I will never be able to read something like that. I struggled with greetings like saying hello and how are you doing. I've always struggled with using the right words at the right time. Even when it's to my parents and I'm way less nervous, it's hard to do it quickly and say the right words at the right time and make it a good greeting. I struggled with keeping my giddiness under control. It's always so tempting to taunt my parents when they tell me to do something I don't want to do, like to brush my teeth or do homework or sit down and talk or go upstairs to get ready for bed. I must point out that I don't intend to put Graham out there as the autistic everyman. He's just one snowflake in the storm. But he has a wonderful ability to self-reflect, as I think you can tell from those comments. And what he says speaks to what I'm really trying to say to you right now. As a community, as a culture, as a world, we have to figure out how to value people for the achievements that have meaning for them. Touch your face.
I'm sorry.
Graham and the individuals I work with often only get noticed and praised for those easily recognizable achievements. Some of you may remember a story, I think it was last year, of an autistic kid who sank 12 three-pointers in a high school basketball game. Somehow we have to also be able to value individuals for the achievements that have meaning for them, but that everyone else takes for granted. Even as I say this, I'm aware that I might sound like I'm advocating giving awards to everyone for anything they do. I'm not. Decoding the human genome or affecting peace are significant achievements, and we should value and recognize them in special ways. I'm not going to give this up. What I am saying is that to the extent that we only value those things, we create a culture that doesn't value fundamental aspects of human development. The ability to handle emotional ups and downs, the ability to calm oneself down when frustrated, the ability to interact with others, to develop sustainable relationships, and to perceive other points of view, the ability to self-reflect. In large measure, the work of the community school is about helping individuals who have these challenges in relating and communicating, mostly autism, but other things as well, to strengthen these fundamental emotional capacities. We do it in part by doing something that St. Paul's has done so well, and as Mr. Matthews articulated this morning, by creating an accepting, warm, relationship-based community. As a result, some of our students will go on to have some of those more recognizable achievements, like going to college or decoding the human genome. All of them will, more often than not, have a good day, be interested in something that they can share with others, and relate to others. Thank you so much for honoring me in this way, and I'm really glad to